Today we're going to be looking at the dangerous drug policies of the City of Vancouver, the BC government, as they implement some things that are very dangerous, in my opinion. I remember as a child growing up that drugs were something that we were to avoid at all costs. The messaging out there was incredible. Never do drugs, never drink, never smoke. If you do it, all these horrible things will happen to you. And I'm going to show you some of those commercials that I grew up with.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
1, 2, kicked out of school. 3, 4, snort some more. 5, 6, need my fix. 7, 8, feels too late.
Drugs. Do you know where they'll take you? To learn the effects of drugs and how you too can say no, visit drugsnotforme.ca.
But the messaging has shifted more from like an avoidance of drugs. It seems that people have just given up on the war of drugs, and now we're using drugs to deal with the war on drugs. And we have messaging like this coming from Vice News, where people are giving away free drugs, and they're even trying to advocate that the government would give away free drugs. We have free and safe injection sites where people can shoot up. Let's give this video a listen.
These packages contain heroin, cocaine, and crystal meth that's being handed out on the streets of Vancouver for free. I'm in Vancouver, Canada, which is home to some of the most progressive drug policies in the world. And it's also in the midst of a deadly opioid overdose crisis. In 2016, the British Columbia government declared the overdose crisis here a public health emergency.
Here's what we need to do. We're going to do it with or without your help. We're going to get clean drugs into people's hands so that they stop dying.
What do you want the government to do, like in an ideal world?
In an ideal world, the government just gets out of our way and lets us open a store that is like a liquor store. And I'm like, if you guys want to tax us so you can provide healthcare and addiction services and recovery, for sure. Just get out of our way. Let us get clean drugs into people's hands. Let us distribute them in a way where there's not going to be cross-contamination. Let us educate the public about it.
Eris believes everyone should have access to safe drugs, not just people who are addicted, because anyone who uses drugs is at risk of dying from an accidental overdose. Vancouver is considering decriminalizing possession of all drugs, and there are already safe injection sites and prescription heroin programs here. But Elizabeth Holliday, who directs harm reduction for the Public Health Authority, says there are barriers to receiving pharmaceutical alternatives to street drugs.
But in terms of being optimistic that things will change, like absolutely not. In fact, I'm almost confident everyone I know will die.
Now, I am no expert on addictions, although many in my family struggled with several addictions. I thought I would lean upon a friend of mine, Terry Thiessen from Teen Challenge of Central Canada, a man who loves the Lord, a man who loves people and wants to see them delivered from the bondage of the addiction of drugs and to experience the freedom that everyone can have in Jesus Christ. Let's give Terry a listen.
Hi, I'm Terry Thiessen. I'm the ministry pastor for Adult and Teen Challenge of Central Canada. Just a comment about harm reduction medication and safe injection sites in particular. One of the things that is very concerning about a society where we take someone that has a serious problem in one area, and then we offer them something that is less serious, but it also has equal addictive type of traits to it, and then it introduces a less serious problem, but still a problem. As far as safe injection sites, it's interesting how we're helping to promote the use of serious and fatal drugs, but just giving them a safe place to put it. which seems kind of like an upside down type of approach. I know our organization, we believe in a full abstinence approach, even things like cigarettes and things like that are, you know, minor addictives. They still have serious effects, and we really believe that taking somebody completely off of something is the best approach, and we offer them support in that area so that they can fully live free, you know, not just partially free. In the gospel, Jesus says, you know, if the Son will set you free, you're free indeed, not just partially free. Galatians talks about it is for freedom that Christ set us free, not just partial freedom, but full freedom.
Thank you so much, Terry. And Terry is right. If the Son sets you free, you'll be free indeed. Free from sin's bondage. Free from sin's authority. And it's all because of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ went to the cross and took upon the punishment and judgment of sin so that we could have peace with God, so that we could be restored back to God, so we could have new life and freedom and the joy of knowing Him. Maybe you're stuck in an addiction. Jesus Christ is the answer. And maybe you need help. Teen Challenge can help you. Thanks for watching, and God bless.